Maria, grabe. Ang lala.
Parang siya pa yung kuya.
Bugagay.
Ayun siya.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hi 18s! Andito ulit kami para ipagpatuloy ang What Nobody Understands About SB19 video react series namin. So let's go. Next namin papanoorin is What Nobody Understands About Josh. Okay, let's go!
Akala ko hindi legit pero dati bumadayo talaga ako ng Dota.
Oh!
Sabi nga nila, unique yung voice ko. Hindi na sinabi pangit.
They just keep saying. Sorry. Maganda ang boss niya.
SB19 Josh embodies the word charisma.
Whoa,
in the
ganda ng
hip-hop
katawan!
industry. Some people would even kill just to get a taste of his swag. Surrounded by loyal friends and fans who would do everything for his success. However, behind the golden facade hides the painful truth. From falsely accused of cheating in games to proving himself innocent by becoming a champion. Some haters even see him as the group's weakest link. So in today's video, haters will be proven wrong and viewers will be given inspiration because his journey is nothing short of electrifying.
Hey! Oh my God! Akala ko lang nakapansin, but hindi naman. I mean, iniisip ko lang kasi sabi ko si Stel, divine na boses and choreography. Si Pablo is ang genius. Si Ken, yung nagbibigay ng flavor, yung and then si Justin, the visual, and si Josh, inaano nila si as weakest link. Bakit? I realize si Josh, yun nga, magaling siya mag-rap. And it also gives flavor, dynamics, diba? And then, si Lami sabi. Pero for me, no. There is no weakest link. Period.
Let's go, Josh!
Hey!
Bagay sa kanila may kulay po.
Ay, ano naklik ko? Naklik ko ng kamay ko, ay naklik ako. Kasi yung abs ni Josh eh. Oh, no, tuloy nakiklik ko. Grabe, may abs pala siya.
Ano ba yan eh?
Nasa na tayo? Doon ko ano nakiklik ko kasi nagpakita lang ng abs. Na-distract na. Nasa na yun?
Let's go, Josh!
Hey!
Josh Cullen Santos was born in Las Piñas City, Philippines. He was raised by his mom, Aldrin, along with his sister, Yuna. He also had two other siblings who didn't grow up with him and they remain undisclosed to this day. When Josh was 3 years old, they moved to Imus, Cavite.
Huh?
Having a single mom, Josh and his sister had to be entrusted to the care of a housemaid because their mom had to work.
Hoy, taga-ibos din si Josh! May mga kapitain niyo pala tayo. Move, tabi-tabi. Tabi-tabi.
Away from home to support them. But instead of receiving care, they experienced hell at a very young age because this so-called housemaid physically tortured them by making them strip and pouring melted candle wax all over their bodies. I'm not even sure how long this went on. Probably long enough that Josh was already able to remember it before the abuser got eventually apprehended and put into jail. He even
Ang lala! Gagsti! Ha? Nakakulong pa kaya yun hanggang ngayon? China mo. Ayoko na magsasabi ng masasamang words pero Gagsti! Hindi lang kwentong bata, napatunayan, no? Grabe. Ano kaya yung dalawang kapatid niya na hindi disclose?
There that he still has the burn scars to this day. Josh was a very smart kid as he was a consistent honor student until he reached the 3rd grade. This was when things started to take a turn for the worse. Josh had to drop out of school with his sister because their mom couldn't afford their tuition anymore. They re-enrolled the next year, only to drop out again for the same reason. So Josh's former classmates became his sister's classmates, which led to her getting bullied at school for being a repeater. There was an instance when Josh got into a fist fight against his own former classmates to defend his sister. Imagine how messed up that is. Anyway, their family's financial standing gradually went on a downward spiral. They were barely eating once a day. It even came to a point when they only ate salt, soy sauce, and ketchup as their buying dish. They moved homes constantly from medium-sized apartments to smaller ones. Now I don't know exactly how their situation got so fucked up this quickly, but Josh openly talked about it on his YouTube channel. So going back, there was no denying that young
Grabe! Ano ba yan? Akala ko tapos na yung mga nakakaiyak. Tingin ba, alala ko itong pinagdaanan ni Josh. Naabuso siya, mabagsak yung pamilya nila. Tapos, ano mo yun? Isang beses na siya kumakain, tapos tandaan ko sabi, ano yun, asin, ketchup lang. Ayaw ka na, kayo ka mag-comment, naiyak lang ako, so let's go.
Josh and his sister were in a very uncomfortable environment growing up. I can imagine how their living conditions could mess with their head, especially at a very young age. This was when their coping mechanisms started showing up. For Josh's sister, he was rebellion. She constantly got into intense arguments with her mom, so she was barely at home. Josh was even asked to look for her at some point, and that's when he found out that his sister had started drinking. As a young teenager, Josh didn't know how to handle the situation, so he kept it secret and took care of his sister in his own way. Yuna even talked about this in public.
Puro hirap yung nasa namin. Alam mo yun, Mia, masakit sa akin. Nakikita ko rin nahihirapan yung kapatid ko. Kaya ngayon, masaya ako kasi na-check niya yung mga gusto niya. Akala ko, iwan niya na ako. Hindi, siya lang yung kasama ko. Hindi ko kaya siguro, paminiwan niya ako. Sayote. Pag wala kami na pagkain. Yung sayote, kukunin ko. Bili ko ng lulutuin ko. Tapos sila yung kakain namin. Ako yung hindi niya ako kayang buhatin, pero bubuhatin niya ako. Yan, si Josh. Ganyan yan dati si Josh. Ganun siya kapakit. Susunduin niya ako, ihatid niya ako sa kaya. Ate, nasita naman, pinagin niya ako. Hindi kaya na lang ako pipiyan na. Uy, ate, huwag ka matakot na, don't stand to your own, out of your box. Hindi niya ako, iniwan. Nakatulog ako sa likod ng magbilang. Tapos nakita ko ni Josh. Ginagawa mo dyan, bakit na? Sabi niya gano'n. Sabi niya, mamaya, alis si mama, maligo ka ha. Pag-alis si mama, gano'n niya ako. Tapos, hindi ko naglabahan pa si mama, ayaw pumasok. Nadala niya ako pagkain doon. Sabi ko sa akin,
This only showcased that
Tama ba? At kuya ba si Josh? O bunso?
Parang siya pa yung kuya.
Galing! Ano ba yan? Akala ko ba masaya na? Tapos naiiyakan. Grabe kaya pala may mga, kahit konting interview lang, umiyak lagi si Josh. Sobrang grabe pa rin pinagdaanan nila. Swerte niya pa sa wife, siya pa nag-alaga. Siya nga dapat mag-alaga dito sa bunso. Grabe. At talino niya para sa isang bata.
Josh already had a good heart from the start. And if you think they already went through the worst, it only gets even worse. Josh got diagnosed with
Pero pang worse, ano ba yun? Nagdaanan nila, no? Ang lalala. Pero look at them daw.
stage 3 dengue. And it was so crazy because they only found out about it when Josh started puking blood. So he immediately got hospitalized, which meant draining their finances even more. The good thing about it was that they had a relative in the US who lent them some financial assistance. He gradually got better and got out of the hospital. They were fine for a while until their family's loans started piling up and there was nowhere else to borrow money from. They hit rock bottom to the point that they were forcefully evicted from their rented home, and I don't mean just receiving an eviction letter, but actually having a squad of authorities haul their belongings off the property. Josh saw this moment as his wake-up call. He was so fed up with the situation, so he decided to take matters into his own hands by
Ilang taon na siya niya nangyari yan, grabe. Ang lala! Lala pala nangyari kay Josh. Akala ko, ang pinaka malungkot. Sino nga ba yun? Bakit kaya ba siya na-late nung time na nag-practice sila?
Nag-breakdown yung LRT.
Okay.
leaving his family to become independent. He started working as an internet cafe attendant while crashing into his friend's house and didn't even mind sleeping on the floor.
Hirap na nagluluto ang kakulaban. Kaya napapasarap pag manginasarap siya
Pagtapos
inasa.
sa pag-aaral, diba? Drop out sila lagi. Kasi, ayun nga, financial problem. Tapos mukhang yung, ano nung umuwi kasama ba sila mas matanda sa kanila? Kasi yung father ni Josh, parang hindi na mag-get.
If his sister's coping mechanism was rebellion, his was different. He was gaming. He fell in love with highly competitive games such as Dota, Dance Dance Revolution, Call of Duty, and more. Do you remember the old stereotype when this look is considered as an okay player, while this one is the epitome of someone who can give you a lot of money? Well, Josh was exactly that. He could get Dragon's Edge in 5 minutes, and he used to visit nearby town's internet cafes with his buddies to play competitive Dota, buy a LAN, and won most of them. There was an arcade called Flashback in Cavite where the name Byte was commonly seen in the top score leaderboards. And guess what? That name belongs to this kid. His name earned the reputation of a DDR master. He even competed professionally and became a champion. He got so good at video games that when he started playing Call of Duty, most of his opponent
Matsagana siya sa mga gusto niya. Bata pa lang siya. Gagawin niya yung best niya sa gusto niya. Oh my God! I'm a fan! I'm a fan! Ano ba pag si Josh? Ano tawag doon? Si mais, hotdog, strawberry sistel, barbecue? Oh my God! I'm a fan! Ay, sobrang grabe pinagdaanan ni Josh hanggang sa na-drop out siya sa school. Tapos yung pasaway niyang kapatid, inaalagaan niya. Grabe! Ang ganda ng ano na to, na bawat isa sa kanila pinapakilala. Solo.
mass reported him because they thought he was cheating. In reality, he was just too good. This led to his account getting wrongfully banned. So this was definitely a huge setback for him. But Josh wasn't gonna go down without a fight, because after a couple of years, he would join one of the biggest Call of Duty tournaments and end up winning the entire thing.
We're down to just 40 players left alive, and yeah, it's an attempted backstab, but
Hindi tayo pa siya
Josh is
maglaro.
on the case. We want to congratulate you on your victory. I mean, you won the showdown, an incredible run. How do you feel? How are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm actually really overwhelmed right now. Honestly, I didn't get to play Warzone for almost like 2 years already. After the
He did it live while thousands of viewers were watching. He not only proved that he wasn't a cheater, but he also showed that he was a force to be reckoned with as a gamer.
Hey!
Doing this, he
I'm a
earned
fan!
the respect of gamers all over the world.
Oh my God!
Am I enjoying too much talking about Josh's gaming redemption arc that I forgot to talk about his job? Sorry guys. So while working as an internet cafe attendant, he started reviewing for the alternative learning system. Due to his innate brilliance, he easily acquired his high school diploma.
Fuck! Ang pali ni Josh! Wala nang push sa kanya. Siya lang yung nag-push sa sarili niya. Alam niya yung gusto niya, tapos gagawin niya yung lahat. Para makuha yung, ano niya, di ba? I mean, ikaw, ganun yung nangyari sa buhay mo, hindi mo lang iisipin pag-aral, pe. Ang galing mo, Josh. Nangina, sana maging ehemplo ka sa lahat. Ikaw, idol ko, pag nahihirapan na ako, iisipin ko, may mas nahihirap yung sitwasyon, pero ginawa yung best niya.
Around 2010, which is around the same time when K-pop exploded in the Philippines. He inevitably got exposed to K-pop and immediately liked Big Bang, so he started going to K-pop events where he eventually saw Stell performing with Sejong. Josh became an instant fanboy. Just take a look at his old tweets. Pretty much
Oh my God!
made him want to become a performer. Josh's new quest was
I love you,
official.
Josh!
He formed a dance crew with his gaming buddies and they called themselves Big Bang.
Dinamay niya pa yung mga... Kailangan niya maglaro.
Ano?
Sumayaw.
Sumayaw naman.
Ayan, ayan. Ayun siya.
We all start somewhere, don't you agree? Back to his job, the family who owns the internet cafe he was working at apparently wanted to adopt him. Their attitude towards him noticeably changed after finding out that Josh had started performing. They suddenly increased his 9-hour shift to 18 hours, which left him no choice but to quit the job. He was given only a week's notice, so he had to find a new one as quickly as possible. His best option was to apply as a call center agent. In his first 2 attempts, he passed everything except the final interview because he was lacking a college degree. So he tried to put college undergrad on his resume and that's when he got accepted. He finally found a stable job that allowed him to pursue his dreams. He continued performing, which led to him crossing paths with amazing performers such as Season 3 of SNJ, getting mentored by Stell with Seon, competing against Kent's Amigos, and then becoming a mentor himself to Justin with Zero to Go. It's so amazing how he quickly evolved as a powerhouse performer even before the whole training thing with Show BT. In fact, he would become one of the biggest reasons why SB19 came to be because he was the one who recruited Ken and Justin.
Oh my God! Perfect!
During the rise in popular...
Oo. Grabe talaga yung yung pinagdaanan nila, yung bago sila makarating na grabe. Nakalimutan ka na. So, alam mo, hirap pag ang haba ng clip na pinanood. Ang hirap tuloy i-review kasi nakakalimutan ko yung mga, yung mga dumaan. Di na lang ako makapag-comment na. Ay, nakalimutan ko. Anyways, ayun. Sige, try natin i-post-post. Nawiwili ako manood eh. Nasa wala na ako review kasi nakalimutan ko sa utak ko agad. Let's go. Grabe siya nag-recruit. Ang laki ng part niya sa SB19. Hindi talaga siya maging SB19 kung may kulang sa kanilang isa. Talagang tinadhana, sama-sama sila. Grabe. Sobrang grabe yung pinagdaanan pa lang.
Josh started hearing about his long-lost father.
Of whatever po. Recently po parang may nagpakilala po sa akin na kapatid po ng father ko. Kasi daw po, wala na daw sa katinuang isip. So, nagpupo na daw.
Oh, cute nyo! My God! Grabe. Sobrang thank you, Stell. Natuwa ko sa relationship nila ni Stell. Kasi si Josh, parang wala pala siyang family. Hindi niya lang.
Parang magkapat. Literally, parang magkapatid pala sila.
Yeah. Kasi ito mo si Josh. Grabe. Hindi na ako makakomment kasi, ayan, hindi ko masyado pinupost. Ayan pala ako naman.
So fast Fast forward to today, Josh is now a part of the greatest P-pop boy group ever assembled, backed with almost unbreakable records and even more achievements in the years to come. And speaking of achievements, you can become an executive producer by signing up for our channel's highest tier. Not only you will help the channel, but you will also help SB9 team to be promoted worldwide through my videos. So after hearing Josh's story, would haters still think that he's the weakest link?
No!
In my opinion, it would be the opposite. He pretty much blew the haters away. Everything that he went through taught him exceptional skills that gave him an unfair advantage.
Handang maging keyboard warrior yan si Josh eh.
Bakit?
Pag may nangbabash sa kahit sino man sa kanila.
Talaga?
Oo,
Paano mo sabi?
Kita ko yun.
Kita ko ba?
Parang ano, ayan, may...
Kita pa sa partner?
Oh,
Okay.
may ano na, parang... Pag may ano siya, pag may keyboard warrior siya sa online, yung mga 18s, grabe, support sa kanya. Like, eh na naman, may keyboard warrior na naman si Josh, ganyan. Ganyan siya, ganyan siya katapang, supportive sa mga malapit sa kanya.
Nakarelate ako kay Josh kasi same kami. Wala akong tatay. Siya halos, alam mo yun, wala rin sila, wala kang pera. Feel ko siya, yun, yung kapatid niya na pasaway, parang feeling niya, mag-isa lang din siya. So, kaya willing siyang ipaglaban yung mga kaibigan niya. So, nakakatawa, bakit 121k views lang ito? Pinakamababa, pangalawa sa mababa sa kanilang 5. Itong What Nobody Understands About Josh. Dapat, kalahating million yung views nito. Pag ganon, stream nyo to. Grabe, sobrang may inspire kayo kay Josh. Sobrang na-inspire ako na parang pag may pinagdadaan ako, gusto kong isipin yung nangyari sa kanya na parang si Josh nga hindi sumuko eh. Si Josh nga hindi tinamad eh. Si Josh talagang ginapang niya lahat ng gusto niya eh. And then si Josh, mabuti yung puso niya. Ang dami niya, hindi niya nakakalimutan yung mga tao sa paligid niya. Like si Justin, na-recruit niya, si Ken, pinautang niya. Diba? Grabe yung paghanga niya kay Stel. Noong time na napanood si Stel, grabe yung puso niya, pure. Kahit walang magulang na nag-guide sa kanya, walang kapatid na nag-guide sa kanya, talagang he was born na gano'n yung puso niya. And nakaka-relate ako doon. Wag, mabait. Hindi, sobrang relate ko sa kanya. Kaya, iyak ako.
In his chosen field, and he doesn't even brag about it. Just take a look at this one. Want more of this? Here you go. Contemporary? Check. Hip-hop? Check. Girly? Check. You can put a check as well on the musical instruments like the keyboard and the guitar. Even choreography. And talking about checks, how about fat checks? Because the dude is an investor and practices stock trading. It is even rumored that he's one of the richest SB19 members and makes the biggest business decisions for them. He gained the respect of his co-members because he's a...
Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, parang siya... Akala ko siya yung leader din. Tapos narinig ko na rin yun na sobrang ganun siya sa pera in a good way. Kasi nasa save niya, na-invest niya, napapalago niya.
I'm officially... Ayaw ba? Pero tangina, grabe. Sobrang hanga ako sa kanya. Promise. I-stock ko to, sobrang hanga ako sa kanya. Inspirasyon kita, Josh. Kung nanonood ka, inspirasyon kita. Thank you. Thank you. Mas matanda pa ata ako sa kanya.
Right. He used his experience to keep the people around him involved, not just within his group, but also everyone in the music industry. He could easily become a life coach if he wanted to. Josh is simply the perfect example of talent and hard work. Which brings us to the lesson of his story. In his tale, we learn that no matter how broken your life becomes, everything will be fine as long as you don't break yourself. By not giving up, he slowly acquired different tools that would eventually allow him to fulfill his destiny. He believed that the best way to predict the future was to create. So he kept learning and started surrounding himself with the best people available. He proved to us that failure only wins if we give it permission. And dreams to come true. It's just a matter of decision.
Fuck, ang ganda! Hindi ko na-expect tong episode na to. Kasi sobrang baba ng views compare sa other SB19 members. Ang ganda! Sobrang inspirasyon si Josh. Grabe. Totoo guys, no matter how your life be broken, yeah, ikaw yung gagawa no, huwag kayo susuko. Promise, promise, promise. Ako din. Ay, mga nanonood sa akin, viewers, taga nyo, magiging successful ako kahit, ayan, wala akong tatay, walang trabaho yung nanay ko, ako lang, ay naasahan, wala, kahit, kaya ako maging successful. Gagayahin ko si Josh, hindi ako tatama rin sa buhay. Ayun. So, isang malungkot na episode, So, isang malungkot na episode na naman, akala ko, happy na kasi nga nandito na kami sa part na review. So, isang malungkot na episode na naman at isang sobrang gandang episode. Sobrang ganda. 15 out of 10, Chuck. Kalig mo, Josh. Kaya pa tuwing i-interview ka, grabe yung luha mo. I love you. Ayun. Outro na yun. Thank you guys for watching. Bago, we're new O18 and you YouTubers, so support na Tululaw. Alam ko, kita kaya sa filter, Tulo lang si ko. Support us sa pag... Ayan, go.
Yeah, support us so we can continue supporting SB19, Sonara, 18s, 1Z.
Without S, 18. It's 18. No, 18.
18, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Click
bago
here
pa.
to subscribe. Just click here. Click here. Click here. Click here. Subscribe. Wala kami lalagay ng mga link dyan. Narinig ko lang yun sa Wish Boss. Okay, good night! Love you, 18!